Wow, I didn't think we'd get $100 donation like really so early in the night. I have to JCP90. Be playing Among Us, correct? I should also probably pay attention to see if like this person hops in. Oh, guys, they're here. Hello. Hello. Turn the music off. Hello, Jay.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Exhausted. It's been a long day.
Yeah. Oh, shoot, they can't hear you. 1 second. Just give me... Where's the... Let's do that. Sorry, just bear with me. Let's see. Can you talk again?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
How's that, guys? Any better? Can you hear him now? Quiet, though. They're audible, yeah. They're figuring out who's... Oh. You can hear them. Awesome! They can hear you. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Jay, as I told you guys earlier, is from Brave Space Alliance. And they're here to tell us a little bit more about how it works and like what exactly you're donating to tonight. So Jay, how would you describe what you guys do?
Brave Space Alliance is the first and only Black-led, all-trans LGBTQ center on the south side of Chicago. So we're LGBTQ center. But what we do, it's a lot. What we do is we provide for us, by us, culturally affirming resources to the LGBTQ community through a trans lens. But while saying that, also, we do know as an organization that in order for all of us or any of us to be liberated, we all must be liberated. So, our resources are not limited to just LGBTQIA folks or just trans folks. We have our Crisis Pantry Network that consists of 2 different pantry sites. And I'm getting a feedback. I'm sorry. Is that on my end or your end?
That might be on my end. I'm not getting an echo, so it might be my fault.
Okay.
Hang on.
All right, no worries.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you can't see me because like my streaming, I can only stream my camera to one location at a time, so it won't show up in Zoom.
Yeah.
But I give you the Twitch link.
No, that's all good. I'm on Twitch right now, so.
Oh, you are? Okay, excellent. Good. Hi.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, yeah.
So just jumping back to what we do, we also offer support groups for trans masculine folks, trans feminine folks, people who are questioning, and non-binary people. We have mutual aids. We support different actions and different actions and protests that go on in the city. We have our Trans Relief Fund, which also parallels as a trans funeral fund. Unfortunately, 2021 was the deadliest year and the most violent year for trans people on record. So we have to do things, and things like organizations like us, we have to step up and provide dignity, at least in death, that a lot of folks are not able to experience while living. So we do that, and we're essentially a beacon for marginalized groups in Chicago. We pass on resources. We're actually renovating our building right now, and it'll have all sorts of things like a computer lab. We have a pantry that we run out of there as well. A plethora of different resources, but again, resources that are culturally affirming.
That's awesome. Real quick, BJST Judd 6671. Thank you for coming to support the cause. I'm so sorry that Nightbot yelled at you for using a bunch of emotes. I really need to change the settings on that, but thank you for coming to support the cause. You have an amazing night as well. Chaos, thank you for the follow. And so, like, you say that you do, like, programming and that kind of thing. I looked on your website, and I know you do, like, training for different, like, offices and that kind of thing, but like what other like what sort of programming like do you provide like to the community?
Yeah, the training is something separate.
Mm-hmm.
The training is something separate that we provide, like trans competency training for different companies and things like that. But as far as what the community, what we provide to them, I mentioned the support groups, which have now turned into virtual, so we're able to have reach a lot more people that way. And those support groups meet twice a month now, and then our mutual aid groups consist of a housing security group, food insecurity group, and a sex worker safety group. And that's I believe that's a 8-month cohort that is it kind of
thank you for the donation. Sorry, we got a donation.
Yeah. Well, hey,
thank you so much, Bormazord, for the donation.
So it's kind of part support group and part resource group.
Mm-hmm.
So in the food insecurity group, you are provided groceries, you're taught how to grow your own food, you're given possibly gift cards to different grocery stores and things like that, but it's about right. But it's that idea of providing these tools, and providing tools to groups like trans, Black, Brown, and Indigenous folks who are not provided those tools. We're only given tools for survival, and Brave Space is trying to allow folks who look like me to thrive versus just that idea of just surviving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, if it's not too personal question, what do you you personally identify as? Like, are you like what part of like do you represent as a leader of your organization?
As in, what do I identify as a trans person?
Yes.
I'm a trans masculine person or a trans man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like, I'm just curious. I like this because one of the reasons it's important to me is because I'm bi and non-binary. So like, and like I have trans friends, a lot of them who like just don't have the resources or like the environment to be able to thrive. So I think it's like really cool to like have an organization for people, like by the people that it's for. So I think that's like really incredible. You're doing awesome work. Yeah. What was I gonna ask? I noticed you have a volunteer section on your website. What kind of things can people do if they're looking to get like more involved?
Oh God, there's so much. You can come and volunteer with our crisis pantry and our food pantry. You can help deliver, because we actually have, in addition to having the pantries where people can come and visit, we will drop off groceries to you. So you can volunteer to drive and drop off groceries. We do that every single week. Mm-hmm. When things kind of open back up and the world comes to whatever sort of normalcy, we'll have volunteers in the space, helping out with different things of that nature and volunteering time and passing on knowledge in that way. You can also volunteer, but yeah, the main ways would be volunteering with our crisis pantry and helping deliver food to folks. Those are the easiest ways right now, as we are still pandemic. Those are the easiest ways to volunteer.
And you service like mostly the west and south sides of Chicago, is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, they want me to. Oh, well, they want me to tell you that a trans FTM is watching. I think 2 trans feminine. I don't know what FTM stands for, guys. I'm sorry, but we have 2 trans people watching. Are friends of mine, so they're like, one of them says, "You guys are godsons." They're very supportive of the cause. Female to male. Okay, the 2 female to male trans people watching who are loving what you have to say. A question we have. Do you have an age group that you service specifically?
Yeah, young adults. So 18 and up. Usually 18 to 30 is usually most of the folks who come in for resources. That'll be that age group.
Sure. I know like you guys are a big one, but is there like a resource for like teenagers that are struggling? Like,
I know Yeah, I know Chicago House and Project Fierce. I know they do a lot of specific resources for the youth, for LGBTQ youth. But I think you can also find some of those resources on our resource list too, that are on our website, more youth focused things.
Sure, sure. Uh, wow. You guys have any? Does the audience have any other questions for them? I know you guys have a job board, which I thought was really cool. You guys have a
Hmm.
job board. I also think that it's really amazing that you guys like help also like sex workers, because I feel like there's such a stigma, and that like they'll get turned away or something. So it's so awesome that you guys help like anybody and give them the resources that they need. Like warms the heart. Warms the heart. Like there is good
Yeah.
in the world, you know. Like it's really amazing that you. I definitely. Man, when you're finished with the when everything dies down, I can't wait to see what your center looks like, because I'm about uh like 40 minutes to an hour out of the city, so definitely come check that out. Yeah, if you're in the area and you're curious, guys. If you're in the Chicago area, and you want to get involved, definitely maybe look at their volunteer page, because maybe there's something you guys can do. Even if you can't donate tonight, like just go out and be a part of it.
And
I don't.
especially if you can't donate, I think one of the biggest things that we can do, besides giving money to orgs, is boosting their message on social media.
Mhm.
Go to our page, go like our page on Facebook, go, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter,
Mhm.
and the things that we post, especially when we're trying to get resources directly to the community. That's a big help. That's a
Yeah.
big help. So that
Yeah,
that will help out.
I was really excited when you guys replied to my tweet to do the Tiltify thing, because my friend Erica, who's on her way here, actually, she's our coffee runner tonight, because we're going 24 hours, right? She's
Oh
an
wow.
ally, and she suggested your charity to me, because she gets involved in a lot of this stuff, and I was like, wow, that sounds really cool. Let me
Mhm.
check them out. And I'm like, I don't have a Tiltify. Let's get in touch. And you guys have been really awesome. Like, I don't know who runs your Twitter, but they were very nice. Very nice. Rose Kagome asked, I don't know if they said this, but what inspired you to make the charity? So like, what got you started? What-
Um, I didn't make the charity.
Yeah, but yeah, yeah. Like
I
like if you're,
I'm the director of communications. Just so that we're clear, I'm not the
yeah.
executive director.
So
That fly away.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and pronouns are he, him.
yeah.
Um,
Sorry.
but I mean, what inspires marginalized groups to ever make these type of things is that we're tired, and we're fucking tired. We're tired of not having resources, and we're tired of being murdered. We're tired of seeing people who we love and call family beheaded and disrespected and systematically targeted. You get tired, you get fed up. So Brave Space was created at a protest, literally. So it's a grassroots organization, and it all comes down to folks who look like me being tired of seeing other folks who look like me and ourselves being treated in particular ways. And the only ways that we overcome that, and the only ways that we're able to liberate ourselves, is by helping each other. We cannot depend on the city. We cannot depend on allies. We cannot depend on that. We have to depend on, like our mission says, for us, by us resources.
Mhm. Yeah, and like, there's no one that understands really like what exactly you guys need, other than you know you. So I think it makes it even more beneficial, because you know exactly what resources you should provide. I really liked reading, because like you promote like bravery rather than like safety, and
Exactly.
I thought that was a really interesting decision. You want to tell the audience a little bit about that?
In safe spaces is such a buzzword, especially within LGBTQ communities. But you'll see that word mostly in white LGBTQ communities, because white LGBTQ folks can be safe somewhere. Their skin color protects them, despite the uh, how they identify. You're still white. And the emphasis on that is that there are no safe spaces for me. There's nowhere that I can go. There's nowhere that folks like our executive director can go. There's nowhere that Black, Brown, and Indigenous trans women and trans men can go and be completely safe. That does not exist for us. So what does exist for us is being able to be brave, showing up to these places as our full authentic selves, and perpetuating as much bravery as we expect to get back. So that's kind of the wording behind that. We aren't safe anywhere, and I think it's a phrase that's a little worn out, and a little disrespectful to marginalized groups. But no, safety does not exist for me. I do not walk around in this world safe at all. I walk around this world very afraid and scared. But I still show up as bravely as possible.
That's amazing. That's such an incredible message. I love that distinct, because I've never heard anybody make that distinction before, like with the safe spaces. But because you hear like oh yeah, this is a safe space, but like, you know, once you leave the safe space, you can't stay in this safe space forever. Like it, because you can't make the entire world safe. So it's everyone is loving what you have to say in the chat. If you can see, you can see the chat.
Yeah, I can see the chat. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's also like, who is it safe for? You know, you put on this flyer that this is a safe space. Well, who is it safe for? Because it's not safe for me. You know, if it's white centric, if you're asking me, for instance, if there's a dress code, you know, little things like that do not perpetuate safety for me. So it's not even about after we leave the space, can we be safe? It's about this space, whoever curated it did not curate it with my safety particularly and distinctively in mind.
Sure. Yeah. And then like, how many people, like, do you have like a big staff or anything like that? Like, I'm just wondering, like,
it's it's growing. It's growing. Yes, it is. I think we're at 13 right now, official staff members.
13.
So we're growing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you're communications director, and you've got your executive officer and stuff like that. Are all of you like about the same age, like the sort of age bracket that you guys cater to, or?
Yes, I think me and the executive director, Lasiyah Wade, might be the oldest of the bunch. But yeah, everyone's pretty much about that age. Yep.
Rose, thank you for the $20 donation. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, we've already met our goal. Because they started with the goal of $200, and we've already met that. We're at $205 actually, so I'm gonna have to raise it now. So, and we're only an hour in, so it's looking good for you guys for sure. Yeah, I'm really excited about this cause. I'm really excited to do this charity stream. You've been so wonderful. I don't know how much time you've really got left to speak with us.
I've got about 5 more minutes in me. It's been a long day.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's cool that like all you guys are like in the same, because it's like, you know, the younger generation like sort of changing like the stigmas and like what like the older generations have built this like unsafe place. And yeah, I really support your cause. That's why I'm doing the charity stream. So guys, consider donating tonight. If you can't donate, you know, tweet out the stream link, follow Brave Space Alliance on Twitter. Maybe even like if you're in the Chicago area, consider volunteering. And you guys do take donations to your food pantry also, right? Like
we do
that kind of stuff. So you know, like bring like, you know, I know like Pop-Tarts was on the list. I was looking at the list earlier and I was like,
right.
You know, you can bring like food stuffs and like personal hygiene stuff into their pantry also as well if you can't donate money.
Yes.
So, well, I think unless we've had any more questions from the chat. No?
I'm scrolling down the chat myself. Oh, someone said I'm pretty. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. The difference in attire.
Yeah. I have yeah, Rose says you are gorgeous. Kurt says you guys are great and I love you. Yeah, it's a great organization. I think just the fact that you guys exist in the first place just gives like me a lot of hope personally. Erica's here with our coffees. Perfect timing.
They kind of spilled in the car.
You know, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I had no idea you were doing this for 24 hours. That I did not know.
Yeah. It's an
More power
endurance
to you.
challenge. So, me and a couple other friends are all supporting the charity, so we've got the links and that kind of thing. But
Okay.
I'm posting it.
I saw some of
So, me and my friends, we put up $25 each. And if you pass out before the other person, you go to 50. You donate 50 instead. So we're competing to see like last man standing. So
Okay.
I'll be here all day up until tomorrow. So yeah, well, thank you so much for meeting with me, Jay. I really appreciate it. It's been really
Thanks for having
interesting
me.
and wonderful. Yeah, I can't wait to see like how your organization grows, and hopefully we can get you like guys a lot of donations tonight.
I hope so. Thank you so much for hosting this. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I hope to work with you guys again at some point.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, excellent.
For sure.
All right.
You have a good night, and everyone who has donated, thank you so much, and everyone who plans to donate, thank you. Yeah, thanks again.
Thank you. Bye.
Wait, you wanted
All right. Whoa.
dragon. Wait, you're supposed to think it.
Well, let's get my coffee together, shall we? Put our tunes back on. I realize that's probably really loud because I turned up the desktop audio. Wow, that was really cool. That was Jay. He is communications director at Brave Space. We are nearly ready, I think, for Among Us.
Oh,
So, what's up?
what room am I going in for Among Us?
Huh?
What room am I going in for Among Us?
What room?
Yes.
I mean, you can probably just go in my living. Are my parents in the family room?